This is the World Golf Masters, an elite invitation-only tournament with 16 of the best players in the game. The seeding and draws were completely randomized, and I got a first-round matchup against CBTV in a best-of-3 series on 9-hole random seed matches. Looks like we are starting on hole 4 here. There's a little bit of nerve, so let's just try to sink a safe birdie, kind of get one under our belt here. The green will kick to the right, so we got to keep that in mind when I'm adjusting. 5-iron is not going to be enough because of the headwind, so I will club up here and go 3 with spin.
Nice shot.
Now there is no closest to pin in this tournament, and there's no sudden death either. So if a game is tied, then no player gets a point. However, if the amount of games won is tied after 3 games, so for example, let's say we each win 1, and then we tie the 3rd game, or let's say we tie all 3 games, then there would be a sudden death match, but at the very end of this best of 3 series. So a little bit confusing, but you get 1 point for a win, you get 0 points for a tie, 0 points for a loss, and you play 3 games and see who has more points at the end, if that makes any sense. Great birdie though, just got to get the first hole out of the way, settle the nerves a little bit. And on to 21 with pink wind, so it's going to be 24 headwind and a bit of a crosswind.
Nice shot.
Pin is in the front, one of the top pin positions, top of the hill, on this closer hill, so I guess the wind is going to benefit us a little bit, because it should help with the backspin, I would think, because it's a headwind, and we are going to have to be spinning up the hill. I also cannot put too much power on it, because if I do, I'll land in the rough at the bottom, and it'll just completely cancel out my spin.
Nice shot.
And good wind adjustment. I'm landing... Okay, bouncing down towards the fringe. That's not very good. If I had a tad less power, I think that would have been perfect, but I have a bit of a tricky putt here. It does go left to right in the beginning, and then I think it goes right to... Wait, left to right in the beginning, and then I think it's left to right the whole way, actually. I just discovered that little accessibility trick recently. If you turn it on in the settings, you can double click the home button to zoom in. That was a really good birdie there. We are staying tied for first. I mean, I'm either first or last, so I'm just staying tied. 2 under after 2. Safe start. Good start. And on to 14 here. Let's see if we can back up a birdie start with an eagle on 14 here. It's only 2-mile-an-hour wind, so I'm going to take the risk, go over the water. Going to go a little bit under full power here to make sure I can kind of dive my ball under the back tree.
Nice shot.
And that looks to be perfect. Okay, onto the fairway. Nice. I think with the headwind here, full power with backspin will be fine. Generally, I don't get backspin on this green, so a little unfortunate that pin's at the front, but I can still put it in really close.
Nice shot.
Gonna let the wind carry me back to dead aim. Ooh, I got a bit of a hop to the right there. When my ball hit the fairway, it jumped kind of aggressively to the right. Oh well. A 2-meter approach, it'll be a safe eagle, so I'm okay with that. Honestly, this is a great start. 4 under after 3, still tied. Just settling into this. Is this my first tournament match ever? I don't know if I've ever played in a tournament before, so this is, yeah, this is a good start. And on to 18. Let's see if I can get another eagle here. Going birdie, eagle would be huge, especially in a tournament match. Nerves are a bit high, but I gotta clutch up and play really well for this whole game, so gotta try to get an eagle here.
Nice shot.
Maybe a little over adjustment for the wind, but I was kind of just playing it safe. And it didn't hurt me by any means. I'm still landing on the fairway. I think because pin's at the front here, I'm going to want to go backspin, even though I don't normally do spin on hole 18.
Nice shot.
But I am doing it here just to be safe. Did not put enough wind adjustment on it. Neither did my opponent though. We're both long right. I have a bit of an easier putt, though. I can definitely sink this for eagle. Oh, you love to see that. You love to see that. Eagle from me, missed putt. Come on now. Let's go. I'm going to be one up. Great putt from myself there to put me at 6 under after 4 holes. What a good start. What a good start. We got 10, 8, 7, 3, 13. Okay, 8 and 7 are going to be tricky.
Nice shot.
But there is potentially an eagle chance on 3. Potentially a hole-in-one chance on 13. I mean, we could even eagle this here on hole 10. Oh, okay, my opponent with a chip and eagle there. So if I miss this eagle, it's going to be tied back in first. And I completely messed up the wind. Okay, honestly, respect. 1 hole after he got a birdie on 18, making it back up with a chip eagle on 10. So I'll sink this birdie and we'll be tied at 7 under. What a match. What a freaking match so far. Yeah, really good score, honestly. 7 under after 5 is great for me. The only problem is I'm still tied for first. And my voice is cracking like there's no tomorrow. On to 8. Just about max headwind. Okay, so this is definitely going to need to be a 3-iron play.
Nice shot.
Shoot, that was way too much power. The backspin helped a little bit, but I'm still gonna be quite far away here. Yikes. Let's see, is my putting dialed or not? This is gonna be a good indicator for the remainder of the tournament match here. In round number 1 of the Switch Sports Golf Masters. Oh, what a putt. What a freaking putt. That was a great birdie save. Okay, remaining tied. Come on. We got, what, is it 3 holes left? Yeah, 8 under after 6. 3 holes left. It's still tied this deep into the round. By the way, I know this tournament is not seeded because it is invitational. What I will do is on screen right now, I will put my opinion of what I think everyone's seeds would be. This is not official. This is just if I had to, you know, based on my own opinion playing everyone, if I had to seed all these players, this is how I would do it. Just to give you just a little bit of an idea in case you are curious. Okay, hole 7 here, it's light wind, back right pin position. This is very, very, very eagleable. If I eagle this, I'd put myself in first, which would be huge moving into the final 2 holes. Come on, let's dial in and try to sink this spoon chip. That actually looks really good. Get over there, get over to the right. Ooh. Bruh. Centimeters. I was that close. I was literally this close to taking the lead there. Holy wow, what a what an attempt. What an attempt, but
Nice birdie.
still gonna be tied for first, man. 9 under, good pace, but still no breakaway yet. And again, if this is tied, then neither of us get a point. Essentially, we play till someone gets 2 points, but if it's not decided after 3 matches, we have to do a sudden death. Okay, hole 3, pin back left.
Nice shot.
One of the more difficult pin positions to get an eagle on this green. However, I've been feeling pretty good about hole 3 lately, so come on, like if I can sink this eagle, and assuming my opponent gets a birdie, moving into the final hole 1 up would be absolutely huge.
Nice shot.
Gonna try to put myself on the fairway here, so I can get some backspin. 55 yards, that is a full wedge in this game. Some elevation, some headwind, but I think full wedge with backspin should be perfect here.
Nice shot.
This to take the lead. Ooh. Oh, get in.
Nice approach.
Oh, I'm this close. I'm literally this close to being in first right now. Oh my goodness, it's crazy.
Nice.
All right, well, we're moving into the final hole of the game, still tied then. Shoot. I mean, CBTV is a better or more skilled player than me, so if I tie this game, it's actually not the end of the world. That would, like I'd be playing above where I'm expected to finish, but come on, 13. A hole-in-one will win this from either of us. A hole-in-one will win it. If not, it's going to be tied. Oh, man. Hole-in-one from CBTV. I have to sink this. If I sink this hole-in-one, the game is tied, and it doesn't really do anything for this best of three series. If I miss this hole-in-one, I will lose game number 1.
Nice shot.
Come on. Get in the hole. The line looks pretty good. Kick. Spin.
Nice approach.
No way. I was literally this close to tying or winning the game. That is so tough. That is actually so tough. I'm down 0-1 now, which means I have to win out. Ah, dude. Okay, GG's game number 1. Respect for the clutch hole-in-one on the final hole from CBTV. I'm actually really annoyed at the previous 3 holes. Hole 7, hole 3, and hole 13. Every single one of those I could have dropped in. GG's. On to game 2. I'll see you there. Alrighty, game number 2. So CBTV's up 1-0 in the series, which means if he wins this game, the series is over. If we tie or I win, we have to go to game 3, because if we tie this one, I can still win the next one. I hope that all makes sense.
Nice shot.
We are starting on hole 4 once again. Exact same as the previous game. And another 2 good birdies there.
Nice shot.
On to hole number 2, hole 10. Last hole 10, I completely overestimated the wind, so I'm going to try to not make that mistake again here. I'll do some backspin here just because I'm not sure which way the ball is going to bounce. If I landed on the fairway versus fringe versus green, it'd be a little bit different. That is alright, okay. Safe birdie. Nice to get 2 birdies under my belt again. And just settle into this game. Alright, we're back on 3 where I lipped out of my eagle last game.
Nice shot.
Let's see how close I can get this time, or maybe this time I can just put it in the hole.
Nice shot.
Pin is on the right, though, which, I don't know if I'd say it's more difficult or about as difficult as pin was back left. But I'm 50 yards, so I can go wedge here. And see if I can make anything happen here. Jumping out to a lead early would be really nice. Although I did do that last time, and then I gave the lead right up the next hole.
Nice shot.
No, okay, wait, get in. Ooh, okay, that was close. Just put a little bit too much on the wind there. 0.4 meters away. Okay, well, the game remains tied at 3 under after 3. No mistakes so far from either of us. In fact, the only mistake I made last game was not getting a hole-in-one. And to 14 with 2 mile-an-hour wind again. Actually, remember last time I got a really aggressive kick to the right when I was chipping onto the green?
Nice shot.
I am definitely going to keep that in mind here, so just to increase my chances at an albatross. And left to right wind, so I got to go quite a bit to the left here. I don't want to risk getting a red bar on the 5, so I'm going 3 here. Can I spin in? Oh, dude, I didn't get my spin. Bro, I think that would have been perfect had I had more aggressive spin, which I did input in real life on my Joy-Con. I think it would have held up and the line would have been fine. That is kind of frustrating. But instead, we are staying tied. Another nice eagle, but man, this game is close. And I can't lose this one. Tie is fine, win is fine, but I absolutely cannot lose. And it's hole 2 next. Pin is back right with right to left wind. It's a little bit of a headwind, so I think I'm going to club up to a 5. If I went full power 7 here, I definitely would not have a chance at a hole-in-one. It would probably be a safe birdie, but no chance at a hole-in-one, so I don't think I should do that. I should probably go 5 here.
Nice shot.
Put too much on it there. Shoot. All right. That's fine, though.
Nice approach.
2 birdies there, so the game stays tied. 6 under after 5. On to 7 once again, and then we have 17, 15, 18. Okay. Ending with 18, that'll be fun. Yellow wind here, but I don't think it'll affect us too much. I'm just going to go 3-iron with backspin here.
Nice shot.
3.5 dots looks pretty good. Spin? Okay, wow, good approach. Actually, that was a really nice approach.
Nice approach.
Hole 7 with 20-mile-an-hour wind. I will take a 2-meter approach every day. The only thing is, we're still tied in this tournament match. And we've been deadlocked just about the entire round. Or entire of this round, but just about the entire match. On to 17 here. It's going to be max headwind, so nothing we can do except full power driver, and we're going to be short of the green no matter what.
Nice shot.
Yeah, on the fairway. I'm assuming my opponent is somewhere here on the fairway too. I don't know where he is, but we've got a chip to make here. Ooh, and he just made his chip birdie, which means I have to sink this chip in birdie, otherwise I'm going 1 down. He's putting the pressure on, that's for sure. I need this to drop. Oh yeah, bang. What a good save. Good birdie save after a very difficult 17. We are still freaking tied, bro. 2 chip-in birdies in hole 17. 15 and then 18. 18 is going to be interesting because depending on the wind, albatrosses, eagles, and birdies are all on the table for 18. So these final 2 holes are going to be intense. In 15 here, it is 20-mile-an-hour wind, so I think chip-in eagles are most likely off the table. But we'll see, of course. We'll see what I can make happen here. I think full power 7's fine with a little bit of light spin. I think the power should be decent. Yeah, the power was decent. I didn't quite get the aim correct. Oh my goodness, I shorted it. Crap, I shorted that putt. I'm gonna be one down. Okay, that's not good. That is terrible. Wait, hello? Literally hello? Bro, what was that? I shorted my first putt. That one was on me. I'm gonna be one down no matter what. I'm gonna have to make up a stroke on 18, which is very possible. I didn't even move my arm. What the heck happened? I pressed my ZR2 button to get into my putting stance, and I hadn't even moved my arm, and it launched my ball forward.
Nice shot.
That has never... I don't even know what to say. That literally has never happened to me before in my entire 3 years of playing this game. Or 2.5 or whatever it is. Never before has it ever happened to me. Bro, if I beat my opponent on this hole by 1 stroke, I'm gonna be so mad, because then we would have been tied and we would have been going to a third game, but I'm 2 down. Okay, and he gets a birdie. Bro.
Nice shot.
If I eagle this hole, we should have been tied, and we should be going to a third game. Even I missed my first putt. I shorted it. My bad. But if I eagle this here, we would have been tied, even with my shorted putt. I don't even know what to say, bro. I literally don't know what to say. It's like my Joy-Con bugged out for a second. I wish I had a swing cam a little bit, because then you would have seen my arm and my wrist didn't move at all IRL. You've got to be kidding me. You've literally got to be kidding me. That's not even funny. Oh, I lost by 1. That is so tragic. That's actually so tragic, dude. Genuinely, I have no idea what to say. I guess that's the only video in this Switch Sports Masters series, because I'm not advancing to the second round, which is too bad. I guess if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and then I'll see you in the next one. Peace.